From the shores of Malibu where the waves are pumping to the Great Wall of China and back to the streets of Las Vegas where UFC 269 is happening. We are live. This is It's Time Radio, the show where we talk about what you think about but may be afraid to voice. Do not worry, we'll voice it for you. This is No Holds Barred Radio. And to prove that point, aside from my amazing producer and co-host TJ DeSantis, TJ, how are you?
I'm good.
We have the outspoken, punch him through the effing chest man that we all know and love. If you know trainers, if you know UFC fighters, if you know the toughest men in the world, then you know Ray Longo. Ray, how are you?
Dude, I tell you, just charged me up, Bruce. I feel like I'm in the octagon, baby. I feel like Chiesa when he looks at you and he just, let's go. Let's get it going, man.
You like that? You like that one, huh, Ray?
Oh, I like it. Now I know what they're experiencing there. I just felt it myself.
Oh, you got that's just that little tinge.
We talk about the evolution of your style, Bruce. I think Michael Chiesa has brought that evolution even further. Like, I'm afraid to see what the next step is because, like, the energy might just make you guys, like, blow into, like, vapor.
Yeah, well, that's why I mentioned Chiesa, because he comes to mind. Like, he just, you guys took it to another level.
Thank you. You know, it's almost like headbutting each other, but he gets me going. You know, when the fighters like this, they want it. That's my job. My job is to take them to the next level, to whatever that might be. So it's not about me. It's about the fighters and about the fans. So I'm there to serve, and that's exactly what I did. Speaking of serving fighters, there's 15 fights come Saturday night that it's going to be time to serve, and they are off the hook. Let's go into this card, Ray. I know we have you on for a precious 15 minutes of your precious, valuable time. Checks in the mail. I think I have the wrong address, but don't worry about it. It'll get there at some time or not. Right?
Bruce, you're on fire today, baby.
I'm on fire. I got to be. I've been getting in shape, Ray. I've been training all week. I train for these shows, Ray. I'm almost at announcer's weight. Well, no, actually, I made it yesterday. I'm ready to go, Ray. Trust me. And I got the new jacket. I got the new outfit.
Oh, wow.
Today.
Hey, you need to be on point for 15 fights, Buff. This is a marathon of a card.
It's a marathon. You know, it's not a race. It's a marathon, as they say. But let's talk about this marathon. I mean, right off the bat, you got a great women's fight with Jillian Robertson and Priscilla Cochera. I'll get that down, of course, by Showtime. You know, going into the prelims, you've got ranked fighters. You have Max Schnell fighting Alex Perez.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, Alex Perez, a former title challenger, too. So, like, that's a prelim.
Yeah. And then you got your boy, Eric Anders, fighting Andre Muniz.
I like Eric, man.
I like that one. And Miranda Maverick and Erin Blanchfield. You know, we've got some excellent female fights here, and we all know how the girls bring it.
Let me tell you, those are two up and comers, both really good. That's a solid fight, man.
Yeah. Pearl and I were talking about this fight. She has some interesting perspective because she fought Miranda Maverick and she was scheduled to face Erin Blanchfield. And, you know, Erin and Miranda, like, Miranda's 24. Aaron's 22. Like, it's hard to think that this isn't chapter one of, you know, multiple meetings between these two because they're going to be in the division for 5-10 years, honestly.
Yeah. And both Blanchfield sparred at the gym a bunch of times. I know Miranda's been here, but I think I miss her every time I'm out at a fight whenever she comes in. But Blanchfield's a grinder, man, and she's growing and growing and growing. And just like any 22-year-old should be doing, she's a sponge. And I see her getting better and better since 100% since the first day I saw her spar. So
yeah, she won the Eddie Bravo Invitational at 19 years old. Like, she's a really good jiu-jitsu player. But
that's a great matchup.
Oh, didn't I announce that?
Oh, you did? Yeah.
I did, yeah.
Absolutely. Right. And then she also knocked someone out, Victoria Leonardo, in her last Invicta fight. So it's like she's a threat on the floor and on the feet. And at 22 years old, like, the world is her oyster in a lot of ways. She's going to do some big things.
Hey, nothing more attractive about a woman that can kick your butt. What can I say? She's she's a powerful woman. And you're right, Ray. These two are definite monsters. It's going to have a long future of fights between them. I love watching the evolutionary process of all fighters, and it's really amazing to watch these female fighters as they grow. You know, thank you, Ronda Rousey. Thank you, Ronda Rousey, for opening it up. Right? Yeah. Can we thank Ronda for opening up the female fight? Can we thank her?
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. And especially Miranda. She was inspired by Ronda. She never really thought about fighting until she saw Ronda do it in the UFC. So 100%, the roots go back to her.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, there were female fighters before, but Ronda Rousey unequivocally paved the way for these the rest of the female fighters to just prosper and grow and get in the UFC. There's no question about that.
Oh, she opened up Dana White and the powers that be's eyes. Period.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was just going to say, like Ray said, there was a generation of fighters prior to Ronda, but Ronda proved that these women could be marketable and that there was an appetite for, that level of competition to be elevated to the octagon. I think they would have made it eventually, but Ronda was the one that opened the floodgates, to say the least.
Yeah, great point, TJ. And I really enjoy the women's fights at this point. There's some really good scraps, and just like Blanchfield and Maverick, that's going to be a really interesting scrap. I'm dying to see that fight.
No, I am too. And while we're talking about that, we'll go into the second part of the prelims. You got Jordan Wright and Bruno Silva opening up the card. Tai Tuivasa. When do we not love to see Tai Tuivasa win or lose? The guy's always entertaining against Augusto Sakai, and they're both going to be, this is a Pier 6 brawl. Okay, this is a throwdown. Somebody's going down. Timber.
Hide your shoes. Hide your shoes with Tai fighting.
My shoes stay on my feet.
There you go.
Anyway, the return again, Dominic Cruz. He's back. He's ranked. He's number 9. He's going up against number 8, Pedro Munoz. What can we say about Dominic Cruz? I mean, I'm a huge fan. Always have been. I'm a friend. The whole bit. Love watching this man fight.
And I believe if he wins, he will call out DC for a fight.
Oh man, that was blowing up my timeline yesterday.
Let me tell you something, TJ. The only thing missing from that, shouldn't they have had Peterson officiating that?
Seriously,
and then
that'd be good.
Right while Cruz was answering a question, he just shuts it down. Conversation's over. He just bans it.
So I'm all for it. I like a good laugh. I don't know if Dominic would have found that funny, but
I'm a little tired of seeing fighters.
That actually is the funny part.
I'm a little tired of seeing fighters challenge Conor McGregor because I know it's for the paycheck, but let's face it, Conor's got a long time until he's going to be back in the mix. We need to concentrate on the current state of fighters. How long do you think before Conor comes back from his injury, Ray? Realistically.
How long ago was the end? I know it was
July.
July. So you won't see him before July for sure. I think he'll.
Sure, yeah. So I think people should concentrate on the game at hand.
Also, too, Conor's living life to his own schedule. Yeah. So when he's clear and when he wants to come back, those are probably two things entirely.
And I believe he will be back. Going into this last fight on the prelims, we have Dan Ige, tough Hawaiian fighter. There's no question. Josh Emmett, both ranked in the top 10. That's another brawl for it all. But let's get into the main card. Sean O'Malley's a very entertaining fighter. I understand he's got a very popular podcast. He has a huge following, and good for him. He's building it. He's not ranked yet, but he's starting off the card against Julian Paiva. And then Cody Garbrandt and Kai Kara France. Tell me that's not a good fight.
Cody at 125 too is going to be something that I never really thought we would see before, and I'm curious to see, because that's the thing too. He's not like easing his way into the flyweight division. He's taking on a guy who's ranked in the top 10 and doing so with a point to prove. So that's going to be really interesting to see what sort of fighter Cody's at 125.
And for me, the interesting part is does he still maintain the power that he had at 35? That's what I'm curious about.
But they always say. Sorry, Bruce, but we talked about that with Aldo, and we were worried about Aldo. You know what I mean? And Cody, same sort of thing. I expect Cody to be on point. If he makes this weight and does so fine, I think he's going to perform just well.
As long as he doesn't take a blue chew before he goes into the octagon.
Have you seen that commercial yet, Ray? Buffer oh man,
we got to. Do you have it? You can put it on the show.
I can't do it right now, but we'll send it to Ray later.
There's a commercial about that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I did 4 commercials for Blue Chew, and they started with one, which is like a Cialis pill, right?
No, I know what it is.
Yes. Oh, good for you, Ray. But at the same time, it's a very funny commercial. You have the commercial, TJ?
I don't have it on me right now, but we can put it in later after the show.
Okay. All right. Very cool. Yeah, you'll get a laugh out of this one. So anyway. Good luck to Cody going up there. Santiago Nebo rather, and against Jeff Neal. And we get into the co-main event. I didn't mean to go over that fight so easy because obviously it's an excellent fight.
You got to gloss over some of them, Bruce. There's 15.
Yeah.
Well, we got 2 more. Julianna Pena and Amanda Nunes. Julianna Pena and Amanda Nunes. Holy hell. Yeah.
Minus 900 is the favorite in Nunes.
I mean, how can you pick against Nunes at this point?
Yeah.
I mean, and I love Julianna Pena. I really do. What a sweetheart, beautiful person. She does have her work cut out for her this weekend. She is facing a killer for sure. So
yeah, a
I
goat.
wish you the best of luck, but that's a really tough fight, man.
A goat, a killer, just amazing. I mean, who's not a fan of Amanda Nunes? Her whole story is so fascinating. We've gone over it on the show numerous times, from sleeping on the floor to sleeping in the mansion. Good for her. I love that kind of story.
100% love it.
Love it. And speaking of that, Dustin Poirier, Charles Oliveira. How do you call this?
Oh, I just take stock in the fact that no matter who wins, I'm going to feel good about their story, because Oliveira's chased his title down for so long. The fact that he's the defending champion is something that not many people really thought that would ever be, in the future for him. And how do you not like Dustin Poirier, a guy who tries to, put his, heart on the line inside and outside of the octagon, a beautiful human being, and one that you just want to see do well. So I don't know exactly what this fight is going to look like, but I do know whoever gets their hand raised, if you have a pulse, you're going to feel good about their story and what they've accomplished.
Absolutely. And I have such respect for both men. I mean, Charles has been on this reign, or this want to be in this position, and now reigning as champion forever. Another incredible story. Classy guy, great guy, nice guy. I look at fighters, Ray. I just don't look at them for the performance in the octagon. I look at how they handle themselves outside the octagon. Although, like an actor,
100%.
Yeah. Well, you and I are very similar.
Yeah.
But like an actor, you don't want to get caught up in their personal lives, because quite frankly, most of them are a little disappointing to what we think they are on screen. Fighter wise, we're pretty much seeing the reality when they step in. And then I love seeing how they handle themselves step out. And that's why I'm a little outspoken when it's classless, and I won't say anything.
100%. No, I agree with Bruce. I agree with 100%. Look, even for my guys, at the end of the day, I just want them to be successful in life. I mean, I've been saying this for like 20 years. That's why, like, Matt beating GSP is nothing compared to what a family man he's become, what a businessman he's become. And those are the things that are going to carry on for years. The fighting window is 5 or 10 years, you know what I mean? And, for the guys that love to fight, they get to a next level and become better people. I think that, to me, that's always what it's been about. It's never been about, who the toughest guy is or what he's doing. I mean, you got to live it, man. And you got to really be, you want to add to society in a positive way.
Absolutely. And, again, and I've said it a million times in the show, in their position, in my position, in anybody's position that's in the public eye, with greatness, not that we're all, I don't understand that all of us, but, in our own mind, if you're doing the best you can, as I say at the end of my podcast every time, if you're being the best you can be, then you're winning. So if you're being the best you can be, if you're being a good role model, then you need to be you need to be a role model to your sphere of influence. In this case, that's everybody that watches the UFC. Right.
Right.
So we live in a decaying society of morality. I'm a little old fashioned. I know you are too, but what's old fashioned? Being classy, being chivalrous, and being a gentleman.
Yeah.
Is that old fashioned?
Unfortunately, Bruce,
being a man.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think you're right. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Right? It's considered, old fashioned.
It's a dying philosophy. Unfortunately,
it should be new fashion,
Right. Yep.
Yeah. Look, I'm happy for any success. I mean, literally, like, really grateful. I really just try to help as many people as I possibly can, because I can't believe I'm even in that position. So, if I can make somebody laugh or have a good time, or, make somebody's day by just signing something, I'm all for it, man. The guys that, get to a position of power and then leave everybody behind, or think that, why would I want to take a picture with this guy? I choose not to be around them.
Right. And also, too, you talk about how fighting, Ray, is such a short period of everyone's life. If you forget the people that helped you get there, when you fall, because you're going to inevitably fall, you're going to find out that all your new friends and the people that are, yes men now, they're going to be long gone and moved on to the next guy when the journey's over.
And TJ, that's been around for years. That's the old honeymooners classic, right, Bruce? Be nice to the people on the way up, because they're going to be the same people you meet on the way down.
Right.
So
yeah, I know it's karma. It's called karma.
Yeah, 100%.
Treat people right.
Is that the end of the world to actually
No.
be a nice guy?
No, but it would solve a lot of problems when everybody's out there just beating each other up all day long.
Hey,
Without a doubt.
some people think it hurts your marketability. You got to be an a-hole, because that's what sells these days.
Yeah.
Yep. Well,
Yeah.
we can thank certain people for that, but anyway, it is what it is. All right, look, we have a great show. All I can say is there's a couple news stories here, Ray, before you go. They're selling all the Stallone memorabilia.
Oh, wow.
His shorts just sold, as an example, for $200,000.
Okay, is this from like Rocky?
Rocky, other stuff, books, everything, magazine
those are
covers.
his fight shorts or his undershorts?
His fight shorts, the
Okay.
ones with the American flag on them.
Nice.
That and what else here? Yeah, there's magazines. I'm looking, but the fight shorts went for $200,000. I don't see that much more Rocky memorabilia here.
I'm actually surprised they went that low. Rocky's iconic American flag shorts. Like I thought they'd at least go for $500,000.
Oh, you would think so, but they thought they were only going to go for 10 to 20,000.
I mean, that's crazy. Especially now with collectibles, and I mean, we're paying for things that aren't even real and NFTs. So I don't know.
Well, they're also auctioning off all the Fonz's memorabilia.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So that's going to go for, I don't think it's going to go for the same kind of money, but like, cowboy boots they wore at the Fonz are going to go for like $14,000. The mechanic overalls he wore on the show, $14,000, an army shirt, $2,000, cowboy boots, $1,000. It's kind of cheap.
Man, I would think they could get at least as much as a Hunter Biden painting. No, that's crazy. Holy crap. What's going on in this country?
I don't know.
Hey, are you guys familiar with the slang term jumping the shark?
No.
Yeah, I've heard that.
So like to jump the shark means basically it's like it's past its prime, it's worn out its welcome, and it goes back to the Happy Days episode where Fonzie tries to jump the shark on a pair of skis.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, that I remember.
Yeah, I had to explain that to my wife, and I was just like, man, if I'm explaining to my wife like old analogies, then I don't know. We've lost touch.
I mean, I knew what flogging the dolphin meant, but I never heard jumping the shark.
I don't know if we can say that on the air. Flogging
Where's the sex bird?
Oh God, she loves you, Ray. She loves you.
TJ, first off, I didn't think I was coming on here to talk about fights. I thought I was the sexpert today.
We're gonna get you back on.
I prepared myself for a whole different show, Bruce.
She really enjoyed having you on. She had a good time with you, Ray. We'll get you back on with her because that was a lot of fun. I mean, your takes and everything's a lot of fun.
She was awesome. You could tell she's got a great energy about her.
All right, she is, and I'll tell you said that. One other thing, Ray, before we go, is Jake Paul's fighting Tyron Woodley again.
Yeah, I don't know.
No offense to Tyron. I want Tyron to get the money.
Yeah, I think that's what we're all probably in agreement. He gets a payday, but does anybody really care about that fight? No, but I think we're all happy that Tyrone gets to pick up a paycheck. And I'm going to say a damn easy paycheck.
I just hope he, puts the pedal to the metal this time. I mean, it's the same old story with him in those last couple of fights with MMA. He's not as aggressive as he once was. He had Paul hurt in that last fight. Hopefully he walks away without any hesitations or regrets.
That's interesting. That is the interesting part of this fight. He spoke it too. He said that. So now he's got to back it. I think he will this time for some reason. He's got to. I mean, his corner was imploring him to do more, and he just wasn't pulling the trigger. But that's happened in fights also. But
right.
I think he knows he can't get hurt. He's not going to get gassed out this time. I don't know. I think he goes for it.
He's got to move a little more instead of go forward. I read somebody, and I'm not poking fun at Tyron because he's a friend, and I so respect him as a fighter, and I admire everything he's doing, and I would grab that paycheck too. Okay.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I'd grab that paycheck too, but somebody called it Tyron the frozen one.
Oh
yeah, that was a deep dig because Ray, I didn't expect you to laugh that much, Ray.
That's hard. That's horrible.
That's horrible.
Bruce, that is horrible, and I can't believe TJ said that.
I know.
I didn't want to say who said it. I had to keep it quiet, but TJ let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah, when you winked a little bit, I knew it was TJ.
Terrible.
Hey, the Kentucky Derby winner. They won the Kentucky Derby. Okay. Medina Spirit, she died at Santa Anita.
Oh man.
And we talked about this on the show before, but there's like five horses a day die on racetracks around this country, either in races or in training.
I mean, did she take ivermectin?
Oh God, Ray, you're on a I can't even comment on that one. She actually had a heart attack during a workout.
I heard she died because she took ivermectin, but Rogan's filling in for her.
Oh, Ray, you're brutal.
I gotta go. I gotta get out of here, guys.
You're brutal. On that note,
yeah, Ray, get out of here.
Wow, the audience might not let us have you back, Ray. No, I'm just kidding.
Ray's got a Comedy Central.
Ray, you're gonna like one more. You're gonna like one more, Ray.
All right, one more, bro.
One more. They have
before I'm canceled for life.
Saudi Arabia. Saudi
Yeah.
Arabia, talk about busting humps, 40 camels. And anyway, straight out of Beverly Hills, they claim, this is not my words, somebody else, though. Saudi Arabian beauty pageant. Okay. 40 of the contestants were booted from the pageant because of Botox, facelifts, and more.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, that's the first time I've ever heard that at a beauty pageant, you know, just booted
I
from the
thought those
pageant.
were like mandated. Like you can't get in unless you have some of that work done.
Bruce, do you remember those old commercials where they had like the Russian women in
Wait, can I wait? I got to finish my joke.
Oh, go, do it.
They were camels.
Oh my God.
What?
They were camels. The Saudi authorities are cracking down on dozens of camels they deem too cute to be real for an annual competition over there. So they use a specialized and advanced technology. This doesn't say people, it says camels, right? And as far as we've heard, none of the humped hopefuls are guilty of getting BBLs, whatever that is. But some are guilty of everything else from fillers, nips and tucks to facial features, ears, even hormone treatments. The month-long festival kicked off where people parade their most beautiful camels, where the winner gets $66 million in cash.
Okay, now I'm starting to think differently on this whole thing. Now it's starting to make sense. But seriously, like what doctor's like, yeah, bring your camel to me. I'll give it a facelift. Like what?
I don't know. I wish Sammy was here for this one. I don't know.
I don't know, but I'm sure whoever it is, the guy's a real hump.
All right, one last one.
God,
Joey
Ray,
Chestnut.
Come on now.
Joey Chestnut.
TJ, I'm mad at
Ray, you're funny. Ray, you should just stand up.
Ray's got a Netflix special he's got to get on right now. I think he's got to go.
I'm preparing for my watch party with Sarah for Saturday.
Oh man, you're gonna break the internet, I think, with that. That's just gonna be too much.
Joey Chestnut just broke another one. In 8 minutes, he ate 17 pounds of shrimp.
Wow.
Oh. And when did he throw it up?
Unbelievable. Crazy.
Seriously, you can't eat that much shrimp.
No, not even Forrest Gump could eat that much shrimp. That's ridiculous.
All right, we gotta let Ray go.
All right, Ray, take care.
Yeah, you guys are the best, man. I really enjoyed this, and everything was said in jest and, you know, in love. We all love each other. And
of course.
Hope nothing was taken wrong, Bruce. Take it easy, guys. Bruce, you're the best. I'm glad you're back too, buddy.
Thanks, Ray. I'm
Awesome,
back.
man. I'll talk to you. TJ, I'll talk to you later.
Take care.
Bye.
TJ, a bit of a short show today, only because there's so much to I've got to take care of here. Want to just go over a few more news. Ray, get the hell out of here.
I'm trying to get out of here. Hold on.
There you go. He's gone now.
He's gone. He's funny.
I love him. One of my favorite people in
one of my favorites too.
Yeah.
My favorites, you know.
My favorite people in life. Like we don't even need to limit it to the sport. Like Ray Longo is, you know, 1 in a million in so many ways.
Yeah, agreed.
What are we doing?
I just got a message. Dealing with some family members in the hospital.
Okay. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Taking care of stuff, TJ.
Multitasking, Buff.
Multitasking.
That's what you got to do.
All right. Real quick now, go over a couple news stories and we're going to call it quits here early, although it was pretty meaty for the 30 minutes we were on.
We made it count.
Here in California, parents knowingly sent a child to school that had COVID-19.
I saw this.
And 75 classmates were forced to quarantine.
Yeah.
I mean, should that be a crime you get arrested for? Or I don't know.
I mean, honestly, Bruce, we've talked about this in the past where if you were, I think someone was sued over like an STD, if you remember this, like exposure to like herpes or something like that. And there was charges filed in that. It's sort of the same situation in the sense that if you are knowingly being, carefree with other people's health, is there any liability that sort of falls on you? I mean, there's more than a strong argument to make with that.
Absolutely agree. So I don't know what to say, but it is what it is.
How do you prove that they knew necessarily? You know what I mean? But here's my thing. Like, why would you not take the proper precautions for your loved one? Like, I understand, like, it's bad to, make everyone else exposed to it. But at the same time, like, why aren't you just doing right by your child?
I don't know. Listen, that's the question. It's like we were just talking about with Ray. That's the question about everything going on here in America,
Yeah, it's just confusing to me. I don't understand it.
I don't either. I hate this saying and I love this saying and I hate the saying. It is what it is.
Right. No, I mean, that's the only way we can actually process a lot of this stuff, because if you think about it logically, you're not going to come to an answer that makes any sense.
No, not at all. By the way, Chris Chromo has been formally fired by CNN.
I saw that. That was
Now there's a sexual allegation against him, I heard.
Yeah. So, I mean, kind of waiting for that to all shake out, but there's some nefarious things going on there. And, when you look at, him and his brother, like what a crazy 12 months it's been. Cause I mean, they were talking about Governor Cuomo talking about maybe running for president one day. And now, 12 months later, it's not a good time to have that surname.
No, it's nuts. The better.com CEO, whatever better.com is, I'm not familiar with it. Zoom has really been helpful. He fired 900 employees over Zoom.
I saw this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Talk about impersonal, or is that personal? I guess in this day and age, it's personal.
And nowadays, that's actually better than, it could be. Like he's at least having some sort of contact intimately with that many people, all at once. But
right.
I mean, I guess that's better than, just issuing a memo. I don't know. I definitely.
Oh, it's better than a memo. That's for sure.
I definitely feel like those people don't care if it's in person or on a memo. Like 900 people getting laid off, like whatever you're saying is just, by the book company nonsense. Like you're not going to make me feel better about it.
Yeah. Well, if they're working out of their homes, it's the way it is anyway.
Right. No, I mean, that's how I mean, look at what we're doing right now. You know what I mean?
Same thing. Yeah. We're doing the same thing. TJ, I think we're going to have just a nice, short, tight show today. Okay. I want to get ready for the show. We're excited. We'll have a lot to talk about next week. Maybe we'll get Ray back on, whatever, but I want to really analyze the show next week because I'm sure there's going to be some amazing fights. Maybe crown new champions. Who knows? It's just that this show has everything that every UFC fan would want in a show. And as I always say, when this happens, if you're a real UFC fan, unless you're getting married, unless you got a family affair, whatever, you should be watching the UFC. Unless you got the hottest date of your life, whatever.
Hey, even if you're getting married to get a hot date, you can download that UFC.tv app and you can, order it right there on ESPN Plus. Like you're good. You're good. Watch it.
Make sure you run out. Get your bottle of Puncher's Chance. Celebrate before the show starts. I'll be toasting at the same time. It's time.
It wouldn't be fight night without a Puncher's Chance.
Well, that's what Fight Night's all about, is Puncher's Chance.
That's
so
right.
It's Time Radio is brought to you by Puncher's Chance, brought to you by FanDuel, brought to you by TJ DeSantis, and if you like, brought to you by me. So with that note, TJ, go ahead and let us know what's up.
I'm on the ground here for UFC 269. Pearl Gonzalez and I will be live at the event inside T-Mobile before and afterwards. If you are out here in Vegas, stop by, say hello, grab a photo with Pearl. And if you can't be here, you can watch us live on the UFC Fight Pass Facebook page or anytime check out the archive on UFC Fight Pass.
Fantastic. All right, TJ, I will see you in Vegas, hopefully, or not. But you'll
I'm at
see
your
me.
hotel, so.
I'm not there. I'm staying at another hotel.
Oh, well, fine then.
Yeah. I had to make arrangements for something else. Not that you're not staying in a fine hotel. I recognize that room. Trust me.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a compound over here.
It's a Uber Eats special.
100%.
Yep, you got it. All right, TJ, listen, let's have a great show on Saturday night. Enjoy your trip in Vegas. Hopefully I will see you. Everybody enjoy the show. I'll see you from the Octagon Saturday night. UFC 269. What a show to end the year. This huge, huge show. So stay tuned. Everybody set your goals, write them down, learn about them so you can be the best you can be when you get on that path to success, when you get on the path to happiness, prosperity, and health, because it's all about the three to stay rounded in life. Be a role model to your sphere of influence. And just do the best job you can, because then you're winning. And that's what we're all about on It's Time Radio, is winning. Big cheers, no fears. Big cheers to all the winners. Big cheers to all the losers on Saturday night, because they're all going to bring their blood, sweat, and tears for our entertainment. As fans, we can't ask for anything more than that. Love you all. See you next week. Buffer out.